All right, team. So we're going to be doing a little brief marketing recap for the meeting that was planned for Tuesday. So the main premise of this is just to go over the calendar. So we have a calendar set in place. This is the marketing calendar. And the overall scope of this is from November, December, January to about February. Now, with this in mind, the main premise is just to keep everything on task as to what we're doing. So right now we're on the 13th, and just overall from now until the 30th, we're just going to be joining Facebook groups, okay, guys? So targeted Facebook groups, that is the goal. So you'll go on Facebook, you would search, for example, like mental health Louisville, mental health Cincinnati, and you would join that Facebook group, and once you're in it, you would write down the appropriate information. So the target location would be like Louisville, for example. And then the amount of members, the rules, the date you joined. So having all that information is essential into the growth of Squish, right? So on to Facebook groups posting. Now, in general, the main premise of that is that we would be posting from the 15th all the way to the 30th. Now, we're not going to be aggressive on that, but we're going to be posting probably maybe 1 to 3 posts, in groups a day. I think that's pretty reasonable. Targeted posts. And that would just be on just promoting squishsupport.com as a whole and spreading mental health awareness. Just getting users that are in different groups to like us on Facebook and increasing our Facebook traffic. That is the overall goal of the Facebook groups. Secondary is pre-registration, right? We're not putting a strong emphasis on that right now at the moment. Mainly, the overall percentage is 90% of your time will be spent on mental health awareness and, creating content, then 10% on pre-registration. So just getting people on our website. That's the main outlook of that. Now, going back to the calendar, the 13th to the 14th, we want to implement a new automation posting software because our Hootsuite will be expiring on the 22nd. So we still have some time, but ideally, we would like for us to get a new software for automated posting. So I don't know if you guys can look into that, but there's this software called Sprout. So that is one suggestion that we are looking into. Now, on to the content. So Facebook content and Instagram content. At the end of each month or so, we're going to want to spend some time, a couple days, the 22nd to the 25th, scavenging the internet for Facebook and Instagram content. Just trying to also create original content as well. And we're going to be putting that in our new automation posting software. And all this content will be for next month, for December time. So that is the overall goal. This will help us to stay on task and stay on track. Now, blog posts. Every 2 weeks, you guys will be doing blog posts. And right here, there's a document called Blog Post Ideas that Naomi created. And I added on to that. So here's some topics and stuff for you guys to look at. We have 2 kinds of blog posts. We have 150 word, top reasons to, top things to do, and then we have the 350 word article posts minimum. So you guys can go back and forth, but the shorter blog posts, which we like to call squish notes, those are more content based. As for the articles, those are more wordy length, right? So the overall goal is just to create a lot of content and just get the word out of Squish. So that's for November. Now December. So the first day of each month, we're going to be doing market research. And we're going to look at what is going on for the entire rest of the month, December trends. Every kind of trends, looking into it, right? So every couple days, we're going to be joining Facebook groups as well as posting. We're going to be posting and making sure we're on top of things with that, getting more followers. And, we're going to have to increasing follower count. So one strategy is following hashtags and commenting on people's Instagrams, following them and engaging on our user base. So when I say engaging, I mean creating Instagram stories, creating Facebook stories, doing that level of engagement, right? So That's the overall plan for that. And on December 4th to 6th, we're looking on sending a massive marketing email to our ambassadors. So we have an ambassador query list on our squishsupport.com website of people that have put their interest into ambassadors. So we're going to send an email out, sending a Google form that we've created, and you can look at it right here. The Google form will allow us to gauge a better interest of where they're at, where their head lies with Squish. So once you open the form up, you can take a look at exactly what is in this form, right? Get their shirt size, get the appropriate material, where they live, their Instagram page. So that's the main premise of that. So once we have all that set in stone, we're going to work on this ambassador list program, just creating an entire list, right? Seeing who's interested in this ambassador program, doing data collection for Facebook and Instagram. And then by the end, we should have a decision being made on January 1st to 3rd of who we're going to select for our ambassador program, right? So on January time, John Sweeney will have one of his first podcasts for Squish, and that'll be from the 9th to 12th. That's, sometime around there. And then the 15th, that's when we'll fully engage in the ambassador launch program. That's when we're going to fully be launched, start promoting our product. And that's the main premise of that overall. So just, the main premise is just, promoting our product and just getting the word out, as I said before. So that is just the main premise of that. Now, one more thing I like to add / reiterate. So I'm going through the list right now of our agenda so weekly blog posts, we have that. Changing automated posting software. I want you guys to look into that. A new automated software that we can look into. Engaging audience on Instagram stories. So one way of engaging our audience is through polls. We can do that. So increasing follower count on Instagram and implementing strategies. So ways to do that is, like the hashtags, following hashtags, and just making, awesome comments like, hey, we see your support in Squish, or, just something along those lines. Just gauging their support is, a good indicator of, seeing where they're at. So one thing I like to say often when I'm following these hashtags is saying this: hey, we hear you loud and proud, and we appreciate your efforts in opening a dialogue with mental health. We want you to know that you're not alone and that we're thinking of you. We're an up-and-coming app that demystifies the mental health stigma and connects everyday people like yourself with others to share experiences. Check us out. So that is the overall goal for that. When we're trying to increase the follower engagement, we're just going to be following them, liking them, and commenting on them. Then we have Facebook groups, right? What I just mentioned earlier. So Facebook groups is, joining Facebook groups, making sure that's all good. And then that's the main premise of that. All right? Thank you. If you guys have any questions, by the way, let me know, and I will be sure to get those questions answered.